Hello there, it's Mr. Matured once again. You are once again welcome to Matured Clothings and Tutorials. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I achieved this beautiful shirt that looks like the one from the store. So if it is something you find interesting, please watch this video to the very end and make sure you watch the link that I have in this video to the very end so that it will enable you to come and sew along with us on this particular one. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, welcome to our dressing table. So these are my pieces I have already cut. So if you have not watched my video on how to cut your shirt, check up here on the card that is showing on your right hand on your screen for the link to that video, or check in the description box below to check on that video. So I'm going to show you how we are going to dress our shirt. So let me first of all show you the parts. So this is the front part. It's in two panels, the left panel and the right panel. And this is the back part. And also this is the yoke for the upper part of the back panel. All right, so I've already cut that one in two, and this is my sleeve. And if you have not watched my video on how to perfectly draft your sleeve, you can also check in the link in the description box below, or check my video on how to draft your kaftan. Everything is being explained over there as well. So this is my cuff for my short sleeve, and this is my collar. So if you have not also watched my video on how to draft and sew your collar, you can also check in the description box for these videos. Okay, so we are going to start our dressing from here. I've already done that. The width of my pocket is going to be 4.5, while the length is going to be 5.25. And you can see at the edge I have already folded 1 inch inside already. So I'm going to put the dressed ones aside and show you how I'm going to go on about the rest of the part. So for the sleeve, I'm going to take one aside, and everything I will do here, I'm going to repeat it on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to place my cuff design on it, and then I'm going to sew on 1/2 of an inch, and also I'll fold the remaining 1 inch on it like this, and so it's going to be turned over. So I will put that one also aside, and then I'm going to bring the yokes and the back. That one I will show you on the machine when we get there. So this part is the most important part, which is the front part, where it's going to have a placket and the underlay. Let me say something here. If you notice that the neck part or the upper part of your shirt is on your left hand side, it means the one on top is going to be your right side, while the one under it is going to be your left part. Okay, so you are going to pick the right part, and then you are going to take 1/2 inch away from the front part, because that is going to be your button holder, and then you are going to mark your 1/2 inch like this, and then you are going to trim off the 1/2 inch as you can see me doing. Okay, and then what you are going to do is, after cutting, you are going to fold 1.5 inches or 1.5. okay, so ensure that it is 1.5. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. So ensure that it is 1.5. okay, so after you have folded your 1.5, you are still going to fold it into 2, so it's going to be 0.75, which is going to be your button holder. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going to put it aside, and then I'm going to pick up the left part, which is going to be your pocket and your buttonhole holder. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, I have already cut this piece of interface. The length is exactly the length of your shirt, and the width is going to be 2.75. okay, it's going to be 2.75. so you can use the softer interface or the medium interface. All right, so after you have done that one, you are going to place the interface on the front part of your shirt like this, as you can see me doing. Okay, And then what you are going to do is you are going to give it a good heat press. Make sure the adhesive really glued the fabric. All right, and then what you do next is to turn the good part and make sure you iron that part so that it's going to be firmly on it. And then you are going to fold the interface part on the fabric only, which is going to be 2.75. Ensure that it is 2.75 even though you have cut it on the interface, but ensure whilst you are ironing. And after you have ironed the 2.75, only the interface on the fabric, you are going to fold it into two again. And then after you fold it into two, you are going to give it a press thoroughly to give you a firm adhesive. So after that, what we are going to do next, let's go to the machine and we will start from there. So you are welcome to the machine. So first of all, I'm going to pick up my pocket square and I'm going to stitch at the first fold line like this, okay? And then ensure that you cut off your reinforced thread from the very beginning and the end part. And what I am going to do next is I'm going to sew the sleeve cuff part. Remember, I told you you will turn the back or the inside out, and then you are going to place your cuff on it like this and sew on half of an inch and cut off your thread. And I'm going to do the same for the other one. So after I have stitched to the other sleeve, I'm going to top stitch it. But I'm going to push the contrast fabric under the main sleeve bodice like this, and then I'm going to top stitch it by 0.25, and I'll do the same to the other part. Okay, so after doing that, what I'm going to do is to fold it on like this. You can see what I'm doing here. Just follow my instruction and refold it again. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stitch on 0.25 from the edge of the fabric, not at the very tip of the fold. Okay, 0.25 is what I'm stitching. And then after that, I will go ahead and stitch at the end part of the curve with 0.25 as well. So this is my sleeve. This is how it's looking like. You can see how beautiful the stitches are. Make sure your stitching are straight. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit on the like button. So now that we are done with the sleeve, we are going to pick the back part. All right, so the back part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the wrong parts to ensure that the bad part, and then I'm going to notch the center point. And then I'll go ahead to pick one of the yoke, okay, and mark the wrong part to ensure me what I really want to do. So that's the good part. So I'm going to let the two face each other, checking the center point, making it equal. I'm going to stitch on 0.3, okay, like this. So after I have stitched the first one, 0.3, I'm going to cut off my thread, and then I'm going to bring the other one on it. So you can see what I have here. So after that, I'm going to turn what I have stitched. Now the main bodice is facing up while the first yoke is facing down. So I'm going to put the second yoke. By this time, I'm going to let the good side face each other, okay, like this. And I'm going to stitch on 0.5, okay, put it in mind, 0.5 for the second time. All right, so guys, if you are liking this video, don't forget to share this video to your loved ones and your colleagues around you. So after stitching the two, this is how it's going to look like. All right, so I'll put that one aside, and then I'm going to pick the right part, which is going to be my button holder, and I'm going to stitch from the last fold end by 0.25 like this, and I will put that one aside, and I'll pick up the left side, which is my button hole holder and my pocket. And then what I'm going to do is from the very tip, I'm going to stitch on 0.25 like this. All right, and then after you stitch it, what you are going to do is you are going to open from the inside. Okay, if you open from the inside, ensure that the folded side is being stitched, and this is how it's going to form. It's going to form a tag like this. That thing is called a tag. Some people call it a turnover, so it's called a tag. So after you have stitched that one, you are going to stitch 0.25 at the very tip as well. This is how to stitch your tag placket on your shirt. So now, after you have done that, what you are going to do is you are going to fix your pocket. So you are going to mark from the shoulder 7.25, and from the very tip you are going to mark 2.5. okay, let me repeat it again. From the shoulder 7.25, and from the center front you are going to mark 2.5. okay, so you place your pocket square on it like this. You can see, ensure that everything is straight and perfect, and then you are going to pin it down. Anybody who tells you that pinning is for beginners, tell that person they are lying. It's for the professionals the more. All right, so this is how I sew my pockets, guys. So follow the way I sew my pockets. All right, so that when you are done, it's going to look like already made shirt, as you can see it on market. Okay, all right, so guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so for more educative content like this. Okay, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload the videos like this, you will be notified at first hand. And share this video to your loved ones, your colleagues, and the people around you. Leave your likes and leave your comments in the comment section. And then you pick up your pins from your pocket. You can see how relaxed the pins has helped my pocket to relax on my shirt. So this is for the left part. All right, so if you want to put pocket cover, you can do that one as well. All right, so now after I have stitched the front part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the back part once again, and then what I'm going to do is at the wrong part where I mark the wrong part is going to face me now. Let me indicate it so that it's going to be visible. All right, so this is going to be the inside part of my shirt, and I'm going to put my two panels, which is the left and the right part, on it like this, and then I'm going to open the yoke, letting go of one under the main bodice. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a basting stitch for the shoulder part. All right, by 0.25 all together like this. Now after your stitching, don't shift the front part down. Okay, don't shift it. What you are going to do is you are going to firmly push the two together. When you get to the down part, you will see that the back is longer than the front part, as you can see. So what you will do is you are going to roll it like a mat. Okay, and then you are going to open the yoke into two. You can see what I'm doing over there, and then I'm going to let the other yoke come through the front part, and then I'm going to hold them together like this. And then what I will do is I'm going to stitch on 0.5, okay, on the shoulder, from the shoulder tip to the neck tip. Okay, and then I will do the same to the other part and cut off my excess thread. After that, I'm going to put my hand through the neck part and pick up my rolled fabric inside, and then pull everything out like this. All right, guys, this is how I sew my shirt. So after pulling the front part out like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch my yoke all through. Okay, this is how I do mine. You can leave your own and iron it. So this is how I stitch it. So on the shoulder side, you can stitch on maybe 0.25 or more than that, but I stitch at the very tip of my joining. Okay, and I'm going to take it all through like this. As you are stitching this part, ensure that you spread it wide and you use your two thumb to pull it so that everything is going to be straight. All right, so this is it. You can see our shirt has already been coupled. So far, I think you have already understand what we are doing here. Now we are going to fix the collar, but before we fix the collar, ensure that the points, every point are equal, and then look at the excess part of the front placket and make sure you trim it off. Okay, on this part I'm going to put my collar. Okay, so you can see the center point. All right, so the center point on the main bodies, make sure the good part is facing you. Okay, let the good part face you, and then you put your collar on it, the one you left as SS, and then you put it on the center part, and then you do a bust stitch like the way you see me doing at the center of our neck area. So after that, what you are going to do is you are going to do another bust stitch at the ending part. Okay, at the ending part, like you see me doing there, you do a bust stitch but with half of an inch your sewing allowance. Okay, now we are going to start from the very front of our stitch. So you will leave about 0.5, you reinforce your stitch, and then you sew in. Okay, let the part that holds the collar lay on it and sew in about 2 inches, and then after that you open the main collar out, and then you stitch the 0.5 inches, making sure that as you are stitching, the contouring nature of the collar, you are going to control the stitching. Guys, take your time when doing this so that it's not going to have any pleat at the end. As you can see, mine doesn't have any pleat. All right, you can see how my collar is being stitched. Now what I'm going to do is pay good attention on this side. All right, you are going to make sure the center part of the collar and the center part of the back rhymes. Okay, ensuring that the front part, your stitch is being pushed inside with something. Ensure that the stitches are not going to show, and start your stitching from the shoulder line. I don't like stitching from the end parts of my collar. Okay, I don't like reinforcing stitch on my collar at the that shows, so I do my reinforce from the inside on the shoulder line, and then I'm going to stitch all through the band parts of my collar. All right, all through. Make sure you control the contouring nature of the collar so that you are going to have a perfect one, and ensure that the first stitch you did is not going to show under the new stitch you are doing. Okay, and when you come to the inside part, make sure you control the bodies and the collar as you can see me doing, so that you are not going to have any form of plate. So guys, if you are liking my video and you are deriving anything informative here, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that you will get informed whenever I upload an educative content like this. So you can see how beautiful and relaxed our shirt collar is. Okay, when we take it to the table, when we iron it, you are going to have a very perfect view of it. You can see how it's looking like an already made shirt. All right, so now we are going to attach the sleeve. Let me say something on my sleeve stitching. I prefer stitching my sleeve from the notch part I did on my shirt. Okay, so that the back part is going to face the back part while the front part is going to face the front part. Okay, why don't you click on the like button if you are deriving a new information in this particular video. So I will top stitch my center notch together like this, and then I'm going to stitch on 0.5 towards the front part. or if even you start from the back part, ensure that your stitch is 0.5. So guys, if you don't understand anything, please, you can link me up via my WhatsApp link in the description box, and then you turn it over and you stitch on 0.5 to the very end. Now I want to show you something I talk about my sleeve when showing you how to draft it directly on the fabric on my video on how to draft your kaftan. I told you that you can cut away 0.6, okay, on the back part. Check that video in the link in the description box below, or cut the card that is showing up on your screen right now. This is the back part of my sleeve. You can see there is an excess, and I told you that you can cut out 0.6 and you go in by 4 and you cut that part. This is the reason why I do say that, okay? So after you have seen this excess, what you are going to do, you trim it off and you are going to do the same to the other sleeve, okay? And also on the sleeve part, what you do, you can top stitch that part, okay? You can top stitch it from the front part. Before you top stitch it, make sure you serge or you weave the end part, okay? So now we are going to join the sides together by half of an inch on our shirt to the very end, okay? And you do the same to the other side. Ensure that you cut off your reinforced thread and any excessive thread you see on your sewing, so that it's going to give you a neat work. So this down part, what I do is, first of all, I fold about 0.3, okay, and I stitch at the very tip without folding it into two, just once like this, so that my curve is not going to squeeze, okay? This is how I do it, using a loose stitch, okay? After that, I pull it off. Sometimes I leave it there and it is okay because it's going to be on the inside. So after you have done that, you cut off your threads, and what you do is you refold it again, okay? You refold it again, and then now you stitch, you do your stitch. Guys, take your time, don't follow the speed of the video, okay? So you do your stitch, ensure that you are contouring and controlling the curvy part of your stitching. So when you are getting close to the front part, what you will do is you are going to hold the two color side, okay, like this. Ensure that they are equal and rub it down to the end of the front of your shirt, which is the two plackets together, to see where you are going to fold it, so that everything is going to be equal when you get it. And then you continue your stitching like this. So far, this is the end of our video. If you have derived anything from it, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you click on the videos that is showing now on your screen to learn more. And also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Share this video to your friends and your colleagues. So you can leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to give us a like. Remember, upgrade is a must. See you in the next one. I love you. Have a wonderful day.